Hello and welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today I'm going to start making a zine, which is like a little magazine. Okay, so I hope everyone's doing well and has had a chance to do something creative. I haven't done anything creative. I've spent all morning looking for stuff, which I cannot find. So that's why we're going to make a zine today instead of work on the journal, because I've misplaced parts of the journal. So anyway, let's move on. Okay, so a zine is like a little magazine, and I learned how to do this from Marguerite Miller. She has her vintage collage group online. Sorry, I'm trying to get tape off the end of my scissors. Yep, distracted me. Okay, I'm going to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and to begin with I'm going to fold it in half lengthwise. And then I'm going to unfold it and fold it in half. Across the center here. Go ahead and then I'm going to take it and fold it back in half the long way, which I guess I should have done anyway. It'll work. You need to have a fold lengthwise and a fold widthwise, and then I'll fold this over. Now, I don't think this next way that I do this is the way that Marguerite has shown me to do it, but you take it and fold it over on itself to here. I'm making the folds to delineate the little pages in the zine, and then I fold it back this way. And you do want to try to be as accurate as you can. However, you know me, straight-ish is kind of the way I go, okay? And then you unfold everything. And you can, if you want to, oops, goodness me. All right, you can, if you'd like, you go ahead and reinforce your folds going both directions, which kind of limbers up your paper some. Also think it's a good idea to use the lightest weight paper you can, because it creates some issues for you later if you use a thicker paper. This is just a 20 pound printer paper. Okay, so you fold this back like this, and we're going to cut this line here. Where's my little ruler? Let me mark it so you can see it. We're going to cut from this spot here to this spot here. Let's see okay. Hopefully I'm well on screen so you can see. We're just going to cut right down here. Okay. You cut to this edge, cut to this edge. You can cut a tiny bit past, but don't go too far. Okay. Okay. So we cut here. And I'll just cut just a little, like a 1/16 of an inch past the fold. Just makes it a little bit easier. So this is what we have. Your cut is here. So now you're going to take your two ends and fold it in half, and then push it together in the center. And then come back through and burnish your pages down. Okay. And then I like to have the folded edge as the front cover. So that's how I do mine. So you've got, you know, fold here, you've got it open here, you've got fold here and open here. Now, always, and it doesn't seem to matter how carefully I fold, it's a little off when I'm done. So I'm going just learning. I'm learning to accept that as I frantically try to make it fit. It has to do with the thickness of the paper here, so it makes it just a little bit off. But I'd rather have my little bit off on the back than on the front. So now I'm going to number the pages, because when you open it up flat to decorate it, which is easier to open up flat to decorate. I suppose you could decorate it as it is now, but I think it's easier if you open it up flat to decorate it. So I'm gonna put my numbers on the pages. So this is the cover. So that's page 1. This is page 2. This is page 3. This is page 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the back cover is 8. Okay. Now, you of course do not have to number your pages if you don't want to. I think it's better if you do at least the couple of times you make these. You don't have to label them in purple ink in the middle of your page, but you're going to be collaging over them, or I'm going to be collaging over them, but it just makes it easier to figure out which directions your pages are going. Let's see, when you turn it over now, you have 8, 1, 2, 3, and then upside down we have 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that's why I number the pages. Okay. So in my searching wildly through my craft space for my stuff this morning, I have started to sort and clean and try to organize things, and I have just flats after flats after flats of scraps, because when I finish a project, I have a very bad habit. I just scoop it all into a cat food flat. Okay, like this. This is several projects though. And then put it away, because then it's time for me to move on to something else. So I have tons and tons and tons of little scrappy things that I ran across this morning, and I thought, oh, well, since I can't do what I was originally going to do, and we are making zines in the Marguerite Miller group this month, my brain is thinking about zines. Hers has a specific theme. Mine is going to be scrap busting theme, because I'm going to just use the scraps that I have in my bins here, and let me get a drink of water real quick and see what I can come up with. You may find it, and I'm sure you will find it much easier if you choose a theme for your zine and then go with that, because, you know, randomness can be overwhelming often. But since I have a specific goal in mind to use stuff up, never going to happen that I'm actually going to use it up, but I do want to use the stuff I found in my bins, so I'll have a wide variety of things. So you can start on whichever page you want. Just remember, this side is going to be upright, the side's currently upside down, so that when you fold it, your pages are not upside down. You could make them upside down, I suppose, but I think most of us, that would make us a little crazy. It would bother even me. And, you know, I tend to be awfully easygoing about stuff because, you know, my skill level in that. Okay, so what do I have? And where do I want to start? Now, in the group, we scan these, print them out, and send them out to several people. I don't foresee me doing that necessarily with this one. The challenge with that, with my printer, is that it leaves a white edge all around. So when I'm doing my one for the group, I would mark myself an edge, so I made sure I don't put anything important down there, and then I'll come back after the fact and fill it in with marker or washi tape or stamping or something fun like that. Well, let's see. Well, let's just grab a stack of scraps and get going. Okay. It's just kind of nice to have things go across your pages, maybe especially across a spread like this, because when they open up, they will face each other. So let's just get going here. Do a little piece of book page here. And make more scraps, of course, as we go. But I'm just going to get started. I'm going to do I'll probably do maybe four pages, or not. Maybe I'll just do these 2 for right now, so the video is not too long, and then I'll come back and do a second video where I finish up. Okay. And you know how I always like to start with a page. Let's see. Sorry, my chair seems very squeaky today. I don't know what's up with that. So apparently I'm feeling very, very neutral in my decorating for the day. And of course you can do each page separately if you want to, and they're almost like a little ATC if you're more comfortable decorating your book that way. Your zine, your little baby book. Let's see. Put that across here. And what else do I have? Too many choices. Too many choices. Too many choices. Do I want those upside down? Do I want them? I'm going to take part of this and use it for the edge. Oh, there's my scissors. Okay. So, it's just collaging along and putting down things that you like, and you can make your collage pages as complicated or as simple as you like. Of course, what did I not get glue on? Nope, missed that entire corner. Okay. Let's do that. This is kind of a fun thing to do, to revisit your scraps, because, these are projects going back more than probably during the last year. Some of them, of course, much more recent, but sorry, I have this overwhelming desire to go to the sort of bottom of this box and see what's in here. Okay. Now, I would probably just use paper and not cardstock for this, unless you're going to just do your cardstock in your particular. Let's see, I just have a whole little thing of cardstock. Where'd it go? Like this sort of thing, I would just put it, I like this one. I would just make it the size of one of your squares, which is, what do they come out to be there? Let's see, 2 3/4 by almost 4 1/4. Which it should be 4 1/4. But anyway, here we go. So yes, that's what I would do. I would just use a part of this. Now let's go ahead and do that. Use it as my cover piece. And yes, of course, feel free to properly measure and use your cutters and whatnot. You don't have to tear. And you know me, I love a torn edge. So let's see, how much of that do I want? Oops. My brain is only working this way today. Let's go this way. And heavier paper, heavier glue. So I'll use the, I'll use the art glitter glue if I can get the pin out. Oh, wow, goodness. It's only been a couple of days since I used my art glitter glue, but okay. So this will, heavier paper will work as long as you're not having to have it go around the bend for the fold for the pages. Ooh, yucky noise, sorry. Okay, and so that will be the beginning of the cover for my zine. Let me put my pin back in my art glitter glue. Okay. Take a piece of this tissue paper. Oh, and you'll definitely see my purple too right through it, but oh well, that's okay. We will glue more things, more layers, more scraps. Oopsie. Glued it to my glue paper. Okay, so let's line this up here. Oh, you won't see my 2 right through it because the 2's below it. Okay. Let's see. What sort of scrappy things do I have here? Let's get a little contrast of colors with the book page. And of course you don't have to cover all of this because with your base layer you can cover as much of it as you want because you will be collaging over the top of it with more bits. Yay! Let's see. That little piece of ledger right there. Ooh. Or do we like this better with the number? I like the number better. That's the danger of looking at the back side. Margaret from 7 Plaza always says, don't look at the back, don't look at the back, don't look at the back. That's this little piece big enough for there? No, it's not. Okay. One more. A little bit of Italian book page in here. Yes, let's use that. So, okay. Got the... Ooh, be careful when you do that, so you don't tear your page. I get overexcited. So, I should probably wait till that's dry, but anyway, I'm going to fold it anyway. So here we have the front cover. We have page 2, page 3, and then our blank pages. So that is the beginning of our zine. And I will be back to do more with this in my next video. So if you enjoyed this video, and I sincerely hope that you did, please leave me a thumbs up. I would love to hear a comment. Have you lost anything in your creative space recently? And did you find it? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will say bye-bye for now.